Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today I'm bringing you the new Wolverine V3 Pro controller that just came out. I wasn't even aware that they were out. I was actually surfing the net looking for a Bluetooth controller for my Steam Deck. And I was looking at the Turtle Beach Stealth, but I heard kind of mixed reviews about it. And then I realized that the 3 came out. I thought it was a scam because I wasn't aware of that at all. So I went into Best Buy online. I bought them. I got them for think a sale. Plus, I had Best Buy dollars and whatnot, so I was like, why not? I got them yesterday. Unfortunately, I had a back injury, and yeah, I'm here now making the video. So as you can see, if you're familiar with the controller, it's kind of identical to what they already have out, but the finish is a little different. So let me show you the V2 Chromas, which is the one that I have here. This has been my main controller for a lot of my gaming. It's basically, I would say, the same. We haven't opened the box yet, but this one has coloring or colors. That's why it's called a chroma, right? And each color changes according to which profile you have it loaded as. If you're not familiar with these type of controllers, they do have additional 2 buttons on the top here, and then 4 mappable buttons in the back. But yeah, let me go ahead and open this with my trusty kunai right here, and we'll go ahead and see what's in the packaging. So let's move this over there in the box. And this is what it looks like. The case looks sick. And actually, now that I think about it, the Chromas didn't have a case. I had to buy an additional one, which I will go ahead and put in the description just in case you are interested. I think I have like 3 months with it. But this is the case here. It's nice, feels nice. Hard shell is always good. Open it, and I think it has a controller in there. This is what it looks like. That's protection for the thumbstick. It has its little Bluetooth USB. For those of you that are unaware, this is how you get it to connect through Bluetooth. Okay, so if we compare the two controllers side to side, this is a Chroma here. You can tell by the lines. And then this is the regular or the V3 Pro. They basically look the same, but they definitely feel different. The Pro off the bat, I think, is slightly heavier. The Chroma has a more, let's say, plastic feel. It's pretty lightweight. This is what it sounds like. And then the Pros are definitely a little bit heavier. This is what these sound like. It sounds quieter for sure. The thumbsticks are Hall effect thumbsticks. I believe they're more responsive. And then if we look at the back, this is a V3 Pro. This is a Chroma. As you can see, the Chroma has a more centered back buttons, and then the V3 Pro are more on the side. It feels more natural, the V3 Pro, to have them out here on the side. I feel like it's actually better to press on rather than the Chroma. You kind of have to put your whole weight or support in the middle to hold the controller rather than just the sticks, right? Like this. You have to kind of hold it like this. So that's already something that's good. I'm looking at the top, but the top seems similar. I don't think they changed the top, so that's okay. They also have these social media buttons, which I believe are these right here in the center, which I've never used. Let's go ahead and connect it and then see how much different the programs are. Okay, so our next step was to go to the Razer website to register our product. Now that we went ahead and did that, we went to the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro firmware updater, which is right here. We actually have a new update that came out today, or actually yesterday, the 7th, that fixes an issue with the analog sticks not responding correctly. So we're gonna go ahead and follow the instructions here. download the latest firmware updater. So let's do that. Press a button. Okay, go ahead and open it after it finishes downloading. Click yes. Okay. So these are a little tricky. Sometimes they're not as responsive, but let's do our best to follow these instructions. So first step, unplug the provided USB cable from your controller and PC. So this is unplugged. And I think you actually have to unplug from the PC as well. Not just one, but both. Okay. Turn your controller off by holding down the Xbox button and then plug the provided USB cable into it. Well, mine's already off since it's brand new. It has basically no charge. So let's connect our cables into the PC, into the controller. Now, while holding down the D-pad up, step number 3, and the action button A, plug the provided USB cable into the PC. I see. Okay. Okay. Let me hold up A and connect it to the PC. Where is my USB? Okay. So this part is very important because I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of messed up on it. It says to turn off your controller and then plug the provided USB cable into it. So you know how we disconnected the cable from the controller and the PC? Make sure you only connect the cable to the controller, not the PC yet, for step number 2. Then on step number 3, press up and the A button. Then while you're holding it, connect it to the computer so that this can read it right. So let's go ahead and update. I'm 100% sure, 98, that you're gonna have to update your controller if you're buying it brand new. So yeah, just be aware of that. So now we're gonna go ahead and wait. And while we wait, I noticed that the Razer letters light up on the controller, which I thought was pretty cool. I'll show you right after we update this. But yeah, I do appreciate that it came with the hard shell. That's something that I feel like most controllers should come with, especially at such a high price. This one cost me $160 with a few discounts and credits I had on Best Buy. You can get the V2 Chroma, I believe, for $120. Sometimes I've seen it for like $90 when it's on sale. If you can't get the newest controller. One of the issues that I did have with the Chroma is that actually just with Fortnite, it sometimes doesn't read it. You can mess with the settings, you can do everything that's right, making sure that it's adjusted to controller and not PC. But what I notice is that, for example, if you have Steam, you have to close the application, exit Steam from the bottom right hand corner of your PC that shows you what's active, and then restart the controller. Plus, you also have to make sure that Steam has the Xbox controller read and the settings button off. That way it doesn't read it. I feel like this is the only thing that has worked for me. Funny enough, my friend doesn't have this issue, just me, which makes sense. Okay, press the Xbox button to turn your controller on. I don't know if you heard that, but it just vibrated and it just turned on. Okay, so it has been updated. All right, so let's go ahead and go into its actual program so we can see what it looks like. Let me see if it's the same one. Okay, so it uses the same setup slash app that the V2 Chroma uses. I don't know how to feel about that unless they added new stuff. But okay, it read it. Let's go ahead and go through the tutorial. So as you can see, like I mentioned, you have your extra buttons up here, your 2 buttons on the side. Okay, Razer Pro Hyper triggers instant response with lightning fast mouse click triggers. Hall effect precision thumbsticks. I actually wanted to read this. Anti-drift accuracy with customizable sensitivity. Experience analog thumbsticks that are not only more accurate than traditional models, but are smoother, lighter, and more durable thanks to their anti-friction rings and pro-grade materials. Okay, nice. Razer Hyperspeed, lag-free. Yeah, I heard that their dongle, which is this to help you use Bluetooth, was more responsive, which is good because typically you'll have to connect a cable so that it reads better, but this is pretty close to it, so you might not even see any difference, and you can play with controller, with the cable or without it, Bluetooth mode, and still get the benefit of a cable controller. Okay, 8-way floating D-pad, that means that it moves all around, like an X, like a cross. And you can of course create profiles like I had mentioned before. Okay, so this is basically what it looks like. It's in default mode, so in essence there is no additional changes to your buttons. um let's go ahead and just leave it as profile one. We're gonna go ahead and edit it. You can change the lighting, and for the lighting I believe it's just the center, the Razer logo, that is. So you can change how bright it is, the speed, leave it in one color, or change its color up to 16.8 million colors, which is insane. Let's go back. Power saving, I never do that. Haptic strength, customize the controller's vibration strength. Um, this is per person. Typically, if you're playing like an FPS or um some type of competitive game, you don't want to turn the vibration on just because it can mess with your aiming. But of course, that's up to you. I'll leave it as 4 and then kind of change it from there. Thumbstick setting, prevent double dead zones. Standard, keep the diagonal directions pronounced, smooths the motion to create a more rounded movement. So standard, I think it's gonna want to make sure that your thumbsticks go up, down, left, and right to be read. Circular is as it sounds, which means that basically anywhere that you move it, you can kind of still get a response. Um, we'll leave this as that. Now assign buttons. So I'm going to try to copy what I usually do, but let me see. Okay, M6, I usually have it as A. M4, I have it as B. That way I don't have to mess with them too much. I can just easily press these in the back and get A and B without moving my finger, if that makes sense. Instant response. And then these two, I believe, let's see. I think this is the left bumper. This is a right bumper for me. It might be the other way around. But that's what I use, for example, if I play COD to throw grenades and tacticals. And then these two are typically D-pad buttons, kind of like if I want to mark somebody, right, like an enemy or stuff like that. Or I think even open my backpack, like for example Warzone or Fortnite. Um, this one, let's see. Let's just do up and left. I can always change them. But yeah, this may be different than Fortnite, because in Fortnite, these are actually, yeah, I think it's A and B. And then these would be like to build stairs and a wall, but it all depends. But yeah, that's basically how this looks like. We'll go ahead and leave that. Then that'll be it. And then you can make new profiles, like I mentioned. In my other one, I have in Call of Duty, Fortnite, General. But yeah, that's what that looks like. Let me switch over to my full camera, which is Okay, so switching back to my camera, this is what the controller looks like now that it's lighting up. Pretty cool. It's not as, bright as the other one, and by that I mean, like, with the whole profile thing. But I believe you can also change the colors on the Razer letters. That way you know which profile you're on. So like it's a quick read unless you do have it kind of pulsating. Um, if they're all pulsating, then you're probably gonna confuse yourself, right? You're not gonna know which color is which, but you can make a static to, let's say, green for COD, blue for Fortnite, and then read it that way. But yeah, this is my very long video into this new controller. I've had the regular Xbox controllers, the Elite 1, the 2. The 2 was always giving me issues with the RB button, and I always had to typically get a new one every year, or at least get the warranty, um, because they would stop working. I don't use them that harsh either, so that kind of sucked. I got the V2 Chroma, which are the ones that I showed you, and I feel like those have been the best ones so far, aside from the whole Fortnite issue. But yeah, I'm eager to test this out, so I'll go ahead and test it out, and then maybe make an update video. But so far, it feels great. I strongly encourage you consider them. At least go try them out if you can in person. And yeah, we'll go from there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll try to help you out. I'll leave everything you possibly need in the description box. But yeah, hopefully you like this video, you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.